Hello students, we are considering unit 6, that is multiple integral, and now we will go for lecture 3, which includes the point polar form and the problems based on area, which is the applications of double integration. So just recall few points related to coordinate system in two-dimensional. So any point in two-dimensional system is considered in the form of P of x comma y, where x and y are x-intercept and y-intercept, which are the distance for x-axis and distance for y-axis. Same point P even we can write in terms of another form, that is by considering r theta. So what this, which is dependent in terms of two values, one is the value in terms of r, the other is theta. So what r is the distance of a point from origin. So once we fix the point, distance is fixed, and theta is the angle made with positive x-axis. So point P of x comma y can also be expressed in terms of r and theta. So first we see what is the relation in terms of polar form. So Cartesian coordinate system is nothing but x comma y, where x varies between minus infinity to infinity. Similarly for y varies between minus infinity to infinity. Polar coordinate system, which is based on r and theta. So r is the distance from origin, which we call it as pole or point O. Theta is the angle POQ, which is the angle made by OP with the initial line that is x-axis. So limits are r varies from 0 to infinity. So this is r is equal to 0, and it can be considered till any infinite values. So r varies from 0 to infinity, and theta is the angle made with positive x-axis. So considering this is nothing but our complete rotation, so theta varies between 0 to 2 pi. So P of x comma y can be expressed in terms of P of r comma theta. So what is the relation between Cartesian and polar coordinate system? So if we consider the right angle triangle PQO, then the relation between xy and the values in terms of r and theta can be treated as x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta. If we square both the terms, and adding gives x square plus y square, that is equal to r square cos square theta plus r square sin square theta, as cos square theta plus sin square theta equal to 1. So relation comes out as r square equal to x square plus y square, and theta, that is tan inverse y by x. So relation between Cartesian and polar coordinate system is x is equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, which gives r square equal to x square plus y square, and theta as tan inverse y by x. See how to use convergent to polar form. So sometimes relation between Cartesian form, that is x and y, is not easy to evaluate, or not easy to find out x in terms of y or y in terms of x. Functions may be in tedious form, so it's not easy to calculate for further steps. So instead, if we use convergent to polar form, that is in terms of r and theta, the calculation reduces, and hence the answer possible easily. So for which we use conversion from Cartesian system to polar system, that is xy to r theta. So just consider, we are considering the examples based on double integration of f of xy with respect to x with respect to y, which we can convert in terms of r and theta. So look at the diagram 1, where r equal to h1 theta to r equal to h2 theta is nothing but our curve, and theta varies from theta equal to alpha to theta equal to beta. So region is between these two lines, theta equal to alpha, theta equal to beta, and which varies from r equal to h1 to r equal to h2 theta. This diagram we can split in terms of small regions. So consider the straight lines and the circular form. So the interesting part is every region gets converted in terms of this block, which is bounded by two straight lines, and the region in terms of circular forms. So summing all these blocks gives our double integration of the function in terms of r and theta. So how to use this function in terms of r and theta? So which is double integral f of r theta, where r varies from h1 to h2, so from this region to this region, and where the value of theta varies from alpha to beta. Theta equal to alpha is one line, theta equal to beta is another line. So considering the result in terms of theta varying from alpha to beta. So the substitution required is x is equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, which is conversion from xy to r and theta terms. The value of dx dy is nothing but Jacobian into dr d theta. So what is Jacobian? Which is Jacobian of xy with respect to r and theta. In M1 we had studied about Jacobian functions. So the Jacobian value for xy with respect to r theta, which comes out to be equal to r, and hence the relation is dx dy is equal to r dr d theta. So conversion from Cartesian system to polar system, which requires mainly x is equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, and dx dy terms replaced in terms of r dr d theta, where r and theta are nothing but our variables changing from the values. So double integral f of xy dx dy we can write in terms of f of r cos theta, r sin theta, r dr d theta, where r varies from h1 theta to h2 theta and theta varies from alpha to beta. So for considering the examples, first we recall some diagrams to conversion in terms of double integral are explained in the following examples. So consider the first example over the circle. X square plus y square equal to a square, which represents circle with center at origin and the radius is equal to a. So this we can consider in terms of Cartesian form converting to polar form. So our integral turns to integral of f of xy dx dy can be treated in terms of using the substitution x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, dx dy is equal to r dr d theta. Now what are the limits for r and theta? So actually if we are considering the curve, this represents x square plus y square equal to a square. So the value of x is equal to root of y square minus x square a square, or y is equal to root of x square minus a square. So instead of going for square root functions, we can use conversion in terms of r and theta. So where replacing in terms of polar form and then use the values in terms of r and theta. So what r is? R is nothing but radius of these different circles, where the smallest circle is nothing but r equal to 0 itself, and the highest circle, which is the boundary for r, is equal to a. So r varies from r equal to 0 to the value r equal to a. And similarly theta is the angle changing. If we are considering complete circle, then theta varies from theta equal to 0 to theta equal to 2 pi. Hence our limit comes out as r equal to 0 to a, theta equal to 0 to 2 pi, and x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, dx dy is equal to r dr d theta, which is for complete circle. Instead of considering complete circle, if we are considering only the above region, suppose we are considering x square plus y square equal to a square, comma y greater than equal to 0. Y greater than equal to 0, that means this region. So first quadrant and second quadrant, which is the semicircle with center at origin, radius is equal to a. See carefully, the term r varies from 0 to a, whereas theta varies for theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi. So in case of positive quadrant of a circle, limit for r remains again same. Radius is from 0 to a, but for first quadrant the value of theta varies between first quadrant only, that is theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 2. Now consider the circle x square plus y square equal to 2ax, which we can rewrite in terms of x square minus 2ax plus a square minus a square, shifting the term to the right hand side part. So to make a complete bracket square for x and a terms, since the term is 2ax, which can be represented as x minus a square plus y minus 0 square equal to a square, which is the circle with center at a comma 0, that is along x axis, and the radius r is equal to a. So in which we can write the polar form x square plus y square equal to 2ax as, since x square plus y square equal to r square, if we use x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, which are the conversions in terms of polar form. So x square plus y square can be replaced in terms of r square and equal to right hand side 2ax, where x is equal to r cos theta. Cancelling the term of r represents r is equal to 2a cos theta. So circle x square plus y square equal to 2ax can be expressed in polar form as r equal to 2a cos theta. So this is nothing but our boundary for r equal to 2a cos theta, where if we are considering this region which we want to cover it for complete circle, and hence the value for r, which varies from 0 to 2a cos theta, and this sector we want to consider from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, since it is from negative axis to positive axis, that is from theta equal to minus pi by 2 to theta equal to pi by 2, and hence the conversion I gives x replacing in terms of r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. Look carefully, that term of dx dy is r dr d theta, where r varies from 0 to 2a cos theta, which is boundary for the circle in terms of polar form, and theta varies from minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. For upper half of the circle x square plus y square equal to 2x, so see figure 2, in which upper half region the value of r is same, r equal to 0 to r equal to 2a cos theta, where theta varies from theta equal to 0 to the value theta equal to pi by 2. Consider the next third point, that is the circle x square plus y square equal to 2ay. Since the term of 2ay, we will rewrite it in terms of perfect square for y, and hence the equation turns to x minus 0 square plus y minus a square equal to a square, that is the center is 0 comma a, and the radius is again same, that is equal to a square, that means radius is equal to a. So which is x square plus y square equal to 2ay represents a circle which is above x axis, passing through origin or r equal to 0, and center is 0 comma a. Same we can write in terms of polar form, replacing x square plus y square, that is equal to r square, and y is equal to r sin theta, and hence cancelling the term of r gives the relation as r is equal to 2a sin theta. So we use the conversion for given I integral in terms of xy to r theta, where function limits r is equal to 0 to r equal to 0 to r is equal to 2a sin theta, where theta varies from theta equal to 0 to the value of theta equal to pi. If we are considering only first quadrant, the value of r remains same, that r equal to 0 to r is equal to 2a sin theta, but theta vary from theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 2. See the fourth example, which is the cardioid r equal to a 1 plus cos theta. So substitutions for xy already we know. We are interested in terms of r and the values in terms of theta. So x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. Function will be converted in terms of r theta. Dx dy is equal to r dr d theta. And now consider the r value. So look at this sector where r equal to 0 to r is equal to a into bracket 1 plus cos theta is nothing but our sector which we want to move on, and the result for theta is for completing the loop, that is theta equal to 0 to theta equal to 2 pi. So for cardioid r equal to a 1 plus cos theta, r varies from 0 to r equal to a into 1 plus cos theta, and theta varies from 0 to 2 pi. If we are interested for above x-axis, then we consider r equal to 0 to r equal to a 1 plus cos theta, and theta varies from 0 to pi. Similarly, consider the cardioid r equal to a 1 minus cos theta, that is to the left side part. So this is theta equal to 0, theta is equal to pi, theta equal to pi by 2, theta is equal to 3 pi by 2, and the cardioid equation is given in terms of polar form, that is r equal to a 1 minus cos theta. Hence the limits are r equal to 0 to r equal to a into 1 minus cos theta, and where theta varies from theta equal to 0 to theta equal to 2 pi. Next, Bernoulli's limit, which is given in terms of polar form as r square equal to a square cos 2 theta. Now look at the limits. So this is our sector which we want to consider to cover the complete region, and for which r equal to 0 to boundary of the curve, which is nothing but r is equal to a root of cos 2 theta. So writing the value of r in terms of theta. So the value of r equal to 0 to r equal to a root of cos 2 theta is the limit for r, and theta varies from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. If we are considering which is the symmetric about y-axis, and hence the same result we can consider in terms of the values from, and hence the result is considered for 2 times minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. Seventh point is related to ellipse, that is x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1. Generally the term x equal to r cos theta is the substitution in terms of polar form, but instead of considering x is equal to r cos theta, we call this x upon a as one term, and hence the substitution we consider it as x upon a is equal to r cos theta, and y upon b is equal to r sin theta. Dx dy, which is nothing but r dr d theta, but now the term is x upon a and y upon b, hence x square upon a square plus y square upon b square equal to 1, which we are converting to the unit circle, which is center at origin, radius is equal to 1, where the substitutions are considered for x upon a, and hence the substitution for ellipse is x is equal to ar cos theta, y is equal to br sin theta, and the value of dx dy is treated as abr dr d theta, where the value of r varies from 0 to 1 since it is converted to unit circle, and theta varies from theta equal to 0 to theta equal to 2 pi. If we are considering only positive quadrant of the ellipse, then for first quadrant, that is angle varying from theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 2, but r remains same, that is r equal to 0 to r equal to 1. Now we'll see the examples based on convergent to polar forms. So see the first example. Show that integral from 0 to a, integral from 0 to root of a square minus x square xy dx dy is equal to a raised to 4 upon 8. Now xy system is given, that is Cartesian system, where function of x, that means these are the limits for y. So y equal to 0 to y equal to root of a square minus x square. So y equal to root of a square minus x square. So considering the result in terms of y, which is varying from 0 to root of a square minus x square, and x varies from 0 to a. The same system, instead of treating in terms of square root function, see what it gives. Y equal to 0 to y equal to root of a square minus x square. So consider the upper limit, which is y square equal to a square minus x square, and rewriting the equation which comes out as x square plus y square equal to a square, which is boundary of the circle with center at origin, radius is equal to a. That means y varies from y equal to 0 to the region of circle, that is y equal to root of a square minus x square, that is boundary of the circle x square plus y square equal to a square. So we want to evaluate for x equal to 0 to a. that means it is represented in terms of first quadrant. So evaluation of double integral xy dx dy over the first quadrant in terms of circle x square plus y square equal to a square can be converted in terms of polar form over positive quadrant of the circle x square plus y square equal to a square. So we use the substitution for polar form, that's x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, dx dy is equal to r dr d theta. See carefully, dx dy is not only dr d theta, it is r dr d theta. So conversion of the given integral over the first quadrant of the circle, and hence xy dx dy is replaced as x is equal to r cos theta into y is r sin theta, dx dy is replaced as r dr d theta. Now see what are the limits for r and the value in terms of theta. So r varies from r equal to 0 to radius of the circle, that is equal to a, and over the first quadrant, so theta varies from theta equal to 0 to pi by 2. And simplifying the result, since all the terms are in terms of product form, we can separate out the integral terms, and hence r cube dr, where r varies from 0 to a, integral of cos theta sin theta with respect to theta, where theta varies from 0 to pi by 2, leads to r raised to 4 upon 4 from the limits as 0 to a, and by reduction formulae or even by converting the angle to the form of sin 2 theta, the value of the second integral comes out as 1 upon 2. Simplifying the result, substitute the upper limit r equal to a and treating multiplying factor as 1 by 2 gives the required answer a raised to 4 by 8, which we want to prove, and hence the result. See the second example, in which we want to evaluate sin of x square plus y square dx dy, where r is the region x square plus y square equal to a square and y greater than equal to 0. X square plus y square equal to a square is circle with center at origin radius is equal to a, and y greater than equal to 0, that means only the upper half region of the circle, that is upper part of the semicircle. So here region is semicircle, center at origin radius is equal to a. Use the polar conversion xy in terms of r theta, dx dy is equal to r dr d theta, and the limit for r, which is from 0 to radius of the circle, that is a. Since it is semicircle, the value of theta varies from 0 to pi due to the value of y greater than equal to 0, that means only positive values of y are existing, that means the value of theta changes from 0 to pi, which is upper, that first quadrant and second quadrant terms. So see the integral I again. So given function sin x square plus y square, as we are using the substitution x in terms of r theta, y in terms of r theta, relation we know that x square plus y square comes out as r square. So if there are the terms existing in terms of x square plus y square, which directly we can replace in terms of r square due to polar convergence. So substitution will lead to sin of r square, dx dy is replaced as r dr d theta, r varies from 0 to a, theta varies from 0 to pi. As again product terms are there in terms of r and theta, so we can separate out the integral r with respect to and theta with respect to the terms. So integral of sin r square into r dr, we use the substitution r square equal to t, hence differentiating term reduces to 2r dr is equal to dt. When r equal to 0, the value of t equal to 0. When r equal to a, which is the upper limit, the value of t is equal to a square. So our integral turns to integral from 0 to a square for t sin t dt, and dr is nothing but our term dt by 2. So r dr is replaced as dt upon 2, integral of d theta from the limit 0 to pi. Integral of sin t is minus cos t, substituting the limit 0 to a square and simplifying the result further gives the value of r as pi by 2 into bracket 1 minus cos a square. See the next example. Evaluate double integral dx dy 1 plus x square plus y square whole square, where R is one loop of Lemniscate x square plus y square whole square equal to x square minus y square. If you want to evaluate double integral for this region over the system x square plus y square whole square equal to x square minus y square, which is the tedious form or difficult form, so instead of using Cartesian system, if we convert in terms of polar form, see how the equation turns to. So equation of the polar form is x square plus y square, which is nothing but r square. So left hand side reduces to r raised to 4 equal to x is equal to r cos theta, so gives r square cos square theta. Y is equal to r sin theta gives r square sin square theta. Simplifying this relation gives the equation as r square equal to cos 2 theta. We know that this is the special curve which is called as Lemniscate, and for which transforming to polar form gives the integral as r equal to 0 to r equal to root of cos 2 theta, and where theta varies from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. See the simplification now. So double integral r from 0 to root of cos 2 theta, integral from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4, dx dy is converted to r dr d theta divided by 1 plus x square plus y square is converting to r square. So 1 plus r square whole square. See the simplification further. 1 by 2 integral from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4. The value, since r is function in terms of 0 to theta, so function of theta, so first we want to integrate with respect to r and then integrate with respect to theta. So integrating with respect to r, denominator is r square term, numerator in terms of r dr. So we try to adjust the numerator denominator terms. So derivative of r square is nothing but 2r dr. So divide and multiply by 2, and hence r dr can be treated in terms of derivative of r square divided by 2 factor. So integral of the function comes out as minus 1 upon 1 plus r square from the limit 0 to root of cos 2 theta. Substitute the limits. So upper limit substitution gives root of cos 2 theta with minus sign. Lower limit substitution gives the values equal to 1. Hence the term is 1 minus 1 upon 1 plus cos 2 theta. Integrate this function with respect to theta. As integral from minus a to a f of x is equal to 2 times integral of the function if the function is even, and cos theta is even function. So integral from minus pi by 4 to pi by 4 can be dealt in terms of 2 times integral from 0 to pi by 4. 2 gives the cancellation term. Integral from 0 to pi by 4 of the given function with respect to theta. Substitute 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta, and integral of 1 upon cos square theta, that is integral of sec square theta, is tan theta. Reduce to the answer for the given integral as pi by 4 minus 1 by 2. Now we will start with our second part, that is finding area for the region R. So as we know that double integral of f of xy with respect to xy, that is in terms of Cartesian form or polar form, we can evaluate, and the application of this equation is considered in terms of finding area. So let us suppose this R region is given. How to calculate the area for this region R is considered in terms of consider vertical bar and horizontal bar, that is the variation from y equal to f of x to g of x, and x is equal to h1 to h2. Intersection part gives this region. Suppose the length is delta x and delta y. So area of this small block, that is nothing but area of del x del y, that is equal to del x into del y. So summing or considering summation of all these small blocks over the region is nothing but our required area for the whole region. and that summation of del x del y is nothing but integration with respect to x with respect to y. And so this is our required formula for finding area for the region R, that is given by double integral over R del x del y. So by using vertical strip, horizontal strip, converting in terms of small blocks, and summation of all these blocks, summation converts to double integral terms, and hence the result occurs as double integral dx dy. So in short, that function is considered always equal to 1. So area is equal to double integral dx dy, where this is Cartesian system. Just see the specific type. Note this point. The area A included by the curve y equal to f of x, x-axis. X-axis means y is equal to 0, and the ordinates x equal to a and x equal to b, which is given by. So area is equal to double integral dx dy, where y varies from, if we are considering the vertical strip, y varies from y equal to 0 to y equal to f of x. So y equal to 0, that is x-axis, y equal to f of x is boundary of the curve. So y varies from 0 to f of x, and then x varies from a to b. So dx dy. If we are considering y as function of x, first we need to integrate with respect to y. Integral with respect to y comes out as y with the limits as y equal to 0 to f of x. Substituting the limit, integral of f of x with respect to x, where f of x is nothing but our value of y, that is integral of y dx. So if we are considering y equal to f of x, x-axis, and the coordinates x equal to a, x equal to b, the formula in terms of single integral is y with respect to x, where y is function of x, and here we are noting these 2 points. Area is equal to integral of y dx if x-axis is boundary of the area, and area is equal to x dy. So similarly we can consider if y-axis is boundary of the curve. So if y-axis is boundary, then the area is given in terms of x with respect to y, where x is equal to function of y. See, double integration in terms of parametric equations is not possible. So in which we try to convert in terms of single integral form, where these two results are mainly useful. So finding the area in terms of Cartesian system is double integral dx dy if we are considering polar coordinates. That means converting in terms of r and theta, where the area is given in terms of r varying from f1 to f2, then area is equal to double integral r dr d theta. Same as our function in Cartesian system, dx dy is replaced in terms of r dr d theta, x and y are replaced in terms of r cos theta, r sin theta. So the formula for area in terms of polar form is r dr d theta, where r varies from f1 to f2 and theta varies from alpha to beta. If we are considering the sector from r equal to 0 to r equal to f of theta, then see this inside integral part, which is the function in terms of theta, which varies from r equal to 0 to f of theta. Hence integral of r is r square by 2. So the term comes out as r square upon 2 from the limit as theta equal to alpha to beta, and then integrate with respect to theta by substituting the upper limit r is equal to f of theta. Lower limit r equal to 0 comes out to be equal to 0. So this is specific type where we are considering the function r equal to 0 to r is equal to f of theta. So if r is varying between f1 to f2, then double integral we need to consider, and if r varies from 0 to f of theta, then the area is considered as integral of r square upon 2 with respect to theta, theta varying from alpha to beta, and problems based on this area. So look at the first example, that is find area of the circle x square plus y square equal to a square. We are going through the simplest example, that we know answer for the area whose radius is equal to a. So area of the circle whose radius is equal to a is pi a square. So answer is known. How to calculate this? By using our method, that is by using double integral forms, that we'll see now. So see, x square plus y square equal to a square is the unit circle, or is the circle with center at origin and radius is equal to a. So formula for area is given as double integral dx dy, where x and y are the variable terms, over circle x square plus y square equal to a square. To evaluate this integral in Cartesian forms, we can use the first quadrant, considering vertical strip, which is given in terms of y equal to 0 to the upper limit of the curve, that is y equal to root of a square minus x square, and then moving this strip from x equal to 0 to x is equal to a. So evaluate double integral either in Cartesian system form with the limits y equal to 0 to y equal to root of a square minus x square and x equal to 0 to a, integrate dx dy terms. Or since it is in terms of circular form, that is x square plus y square equal to a square, better we use conversion to polar form. So if we are using polar form, substitution is x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, dx dy is r dr d theta. If we are interested to find out the value in terms of area, try to minimize our region, as we know that it is equally considered with 4 quadrants. So even if we know what is the area for first quadrant, that value we can consider 4 times. If for finding area, we try to consider symmetry about x-axis, y-axis and so on. So look at the term, area is double integral dx dy using polar conversion. So dx dy is r dr d theta. For the first quadrant, r varies from 0 to a, which is the maximum radius possible. So r equal to 0 to a, and the first quadrant gives angle changing from theta to pi by 2. So limit for theta is theta equal to 0 to pi by 2. This 4 occurs due to considering multiplication over the whole region, that is 4 multiplied by area of the curve in the first quadrant. So 4, since it is multiplication of r and theta with the constant limits, so integration we can consider r with respect to r from r equal to 0 to a, theta from the limit as 0 to pi by 2. Integral of r is r square by 2, limit 0 to a, integral d theta is theta from 0 to pi by 2. Substitute upper limit, lower limits, cancellation of 4 gives the answer for the area is pi a square, which is the required answer for area of the circle. Next example 2. Find area of the region bounded by y square equal to x and x square equal to y. So how to find out the area of the region bounded by intersection of two parabolas? Look at the diagram. This is the curve y square equal to x and the curve x square equal to y. This shaded region is nothing but area bounded by intersection of two parabolas. So we are interested to find out this area A. So formula is double integral dx dy, where r is enclosed by y square equal to x, x square equal to y. So firstly we need to consider the values in terms of intersection. That intersection can be calculated in terms of y square equal to x and x square equal to y. So substituting the value for y equal to x square gives x raised to 4 equal to x, that is x raised to 4 minus x equal to 0. Finding the factors, x into x cube minus 1 equal to 0, and then factors for x cube minus 1, which is x minus 1 into x square plus x plus 1 equal to 0. Hence the root is x equal to 0, another root is x equal to 1, and next two roots are in terms of imaginary form, that is the irreducible over real number system. So neglecting imaginary numbers, so two values for x, x equal to 0, x equal to 1. When we substitute x equal to 0, the value of y comes out as 0. When x is equal to 1, value of y is equal to 1, and hence we are getting the point of intersection for the given two curves as 0 0 comma 1 1. Now look at the diagram. When we are considering the vertical strip, we are interested to find out what are the limits for this x and y values. So either consider vertical strip or horizontal strip. We are considering vertical strip where y is equal to, this is nothing but our lower curve for which the value of y is x square. Since it is x square equal to y curve, so lower limit is y equal to x square, and the upper limit is nothing but for curve y square equal to x. So if we consider this curve can be written in the form of y is equal to root x. So y varies from y equal to x square to the value y equal to root x. So y equal to x square to y equal to root x, and then move this strip from x equal to 0 to x equal to 1, which covers our whole region. And so limits are integral from 0 to 1, y equal to x square to root x, dx, dy. We know how to find out the simplification for these terms further. So since y is function of x, integrate first with respect to y. Integral of dy is equal to y from the limit x square to root x, which comes out as root x minus x square with respect to x. Integrating with respect to x is 2 by 3 x raised to 3 by 2 minus integral of x square is x cube by 3 from the limit x equal to 0 to 1. Consider the simplification. The answer comes out as a is equal to 1 by 3 square units, which is the required area for the region given in terms of x and y, which is the intersection of two parabolas. This example we are considering in terms of Cartesian system. Example is example 3. Find the area of cardioid r equal to a into bracket 1 plus cos theta. So r and theta terms, that means we are considering polar form. So we are interested to use formula for area in terms of polar form, where r equal to a into bracket 1 plus cos theta is the type of cardioid towards the right hand side part, and so considering this is nothing but our region, so r equal to a 1 plus cos theta, where a is equal to 1 is considered for this diagram. So treating the result, a is equal to double integral dx dy. Since we are using in terms of polar form, convert it in terms of dx dy is nothing but r dr d theta, and see the limits for r and theta. Since the curve is symmetric about x-axis, so we consider the area for upper half region only, and that can be considered as twice. So 2 times integral of upper half region r dr d theta, where r varies from, so consider this strip, so r equal to 0 to r is equal to limit r 1 plus cos theta, so r equal to 1 plus cos theta, and the value of theta we need to consider from first to second quadrant, that is above x-axis, and hence theta varies from 0 to pi. Once the limits are clear, it remains to just find out double integral of the function with respect to r and theta. So since r is the function of theta, integrate with respect to r first. Integral of r is r square by 2 from the limit 0 to 1 plus cos theta. Substitute upper limit lower limit terms, and the value of 2 with 1 by 2 gives the cancellation, remains as 1 plus cos theta whole square. That open the bracket, so it turns to 1 plus 2 cos theta plus cos square theta. Integral is from 0 to pi. In substitution of cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2. Simplifying the common terms and integrate with respect to theta gives the result as 3 theta by 2 plus 2. Integral of cos theta is sin theta. Integral of cos 2 theta is sin 2 theta by 2. So it comes out as sin 2 theta by 4. The limit is from theta equal to 0 to pi. Substitute the upper limit. So theta is equal to pi. Since sin pi and the value of sin 2 pi both equal to 0, upper limit remains in the form of 3 pi by 2, and the lower limit theta equal to 0, all three terms occurs to be equal to 0, and hence a equal to 3 pi by 2 square units, which is the required area for r is equal to 1 plus cos theta. See the next example 4. Find the area enclosed by r equal to sin 3 theta, which is again in terms of polar form r and theta. which is the special type of polar forms, which we call it as r equal to a sin theta, n theta, or r equal to a cos n theta, which are the type of Rose curves. So first we try to see what this Rose curve is, and then we try to minimize our calculation. So r equal to sin 3 theta, comparing the result with r equal to a sin n theta, the value of n is equal to 3. Since it is odd, there are 3 loops. So we divide each quadrant in n equal parts. So divide the first quadrant in 3 equal parts. Dividing the first quadrant in 3 equal parts. So first is theta equal to 0. Next theta equal to pi by 6. Theta equal to pi by 3. And the value theta equal to pi by 2. So first quadrant is distributed in 3 parts, that 3 equal parts. For sin theta, the first loop is drawn along theta is equal to pi by 2 upon n. So theta equal to pi by 2 upon n, where n equal to 3 gives theta is equal to pi by 6. So theta equal to pi by 6, whereas we are considering the first loop. So first loop for sin theta is along theta equal to pi by 6. And now look at the limits for the given function. If we are calculating area for first loop, same area exists for second and third as well. Hence we calculate the value for first only, and then the value multiplied by 3. So see the petal, which is from r equal to 0 to some limit in terms of r, and hence we are considering the value in terms of r equal to 0 to r equal to f of theta, and hence we use conversion in terms of changing the values as r equal to integrating with respect to r first. So integral of r is r square by 2 with respect to theta, where r is function given as r equal to sin 3 theta. So this is our term, r equal to sin 3 theta. So using simplest form, and now we are interested for the limit of theta. So since r is equal to sin 3 theta, the expression comes out as sin square 3 theta, where theta varies from theta equal to 0. Now we need to completely cover the petal, and for which we need to consider the rotation of angle is theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 3. If we are considering till pi by 6, it is only half petal covered. So considering theta equal to 0 to theta equal to pi by 3, which is the limit for theta. Simplify sin square 3 theta, we need to substitute in terms of 1 minus cos 6 theta by 2. Integrate with respect to theta, that comes out as theta minus sin 6 theta by 6 from 0 to pi by 3, and hence the value for area for the complete Rose curve is pi by 4 square units. See the next example 5. In the cycloid x equal to a theta plus sin theta, y is equal to a 1 minus cos theta, find the area between its base and portion of the curve from cusp to cusp. So as already we had studied about parametric forms, right? X is function of theta, y is function of theta. So which is given in terms of parametric form. First we see what is the cusp and what is the base for the given curve. It is the cycloid, which is nothing but motion of circular forms in repeated form. So we need to find out cusp for the given parametric form x equal to function, y equal to function in terms of theta. So since it is symmetric about y-axis and passes through origin, which already we had studied in the case of tracing of curve. Maximum value of y is equal to 2a by using theta cos theta varying from -1 to 1, and minimum value of y is equal to 0, which is for theta equal to 0. For finding cusp, so since it passes through origin, that means we need to consider the region in terms of finding the curves which are giving as per the idea, which are the tangents parallel to y-axis. So at which points tangents are parallel to y-axis? So tangent parallel to y-axis, that means we need to find out where the tangent or the value of dy by dx occurs to be equal to infinity. So dy by dx is equal to 0 when theta equal to 0. That means when theta equal to 0, the tangent is parallel to x-axis, which is exactly x-axis. And dy by dx equal to infinity, that means tangents are parallel to y-axis, and which is possible when theta is equal to plus or minus pi. So when theta is equal to plus minus pi, when we substitute theta is equal to pi, the value for cos pi comes out to be equal to minus 1, and hence the value of y is equal to 2a, and at theta is equal to pi, the value of x is a pi. So the coordinate comes out as a pi comma 2a. So this represents our x-axis with a pi distance, and this is our y-axis with the distance is equal to 2a. So the point, look at the point Q, that is a pi comma 2a, where tangent is parallel to y-axis. Due to symmetry, we can consider that is theta is equal to minus pi. So for theta equal to minus pi, x comes out as minus a pi. The value for y is same, that is equal to 2a, and hence the next curves is at the point P. So our aim is to consider, so PQ is nothing but our baseline, and the curve for the cycloid is considered in this form, where P and Q are the curves. So we want to find out the shaded area. For the shaded area, since it is symmetric about y-axis, even though we are calculating to the right hand side part only, the answer we can consider it as twice. And so using these values, the curves at point P to Q, PQ is base of the cycloid, and hence the shaded area is 2 times. Since y equal to 0, so this is our line, y x equal to 0, y-axis symmetry about y-axis, that means x equal to 0 is nothing but our one side, and hence we can use the formula converting to single integral form. So since x equal to 0 is the lower bound, that means the value we want to consider formula as integral of x with respect to y, where x is function in terms of y, or here it is in terms of theta. So since x with respect to y, so these are the special types. In initially terms we had considered double integral dx dy. If x-axis or y-axis are boundary line, then we can reduce this to the form of single integral term. So since y-axis is boundary of the curve, that is x equal to 0 to the upper limit functions, we use the formula as integral of x with respect to y. Symmetry gives the value twice as multiplying term. Now x with respect to y, where x is function of theta, it's not possible to evaluate the integral. So we try to convert in terms of one variable. See the next step, dy is replaced as dy by d theta into d theta. And hence we know how to find out the value of dy by d theta, where y is function of theta, x is already the function of theta. So these two terms will occur in the form of theta, and then integral with respect to theta from the limit is possible. So 2 times x is nothing but a theta plus sine theta, y is a 1 minus cos theta, differentiating with respect to theta comes out as derivative of cos theta as minus sine theta turns to be equal to plus sine theta. So a sine theta, keeping the term of d theta as it is. Now what is the limit for theta? If we are considering, this is nothing but our value theta equal to 0, at theta equal to 0, which gives our y-axis term. Theta is equal to minus pi, where the curves for the point P, and theta is equal to pi. So actually theta is varying from minus pi to pi. But since we are considering only right half region, that means theta varies from theta equal to 0 to theta is equal to pi. Simplify the results. So 2a square, taking a square term outside, integral from 0 to pi, a sin theta plus sin square theta, substitution of sin square theta in terms of 1 minus cos 2 theta by 2, simplify the terms and see the answer for the area comes out to be equal to 2a square into the bracket pi plus pi by 2, that is equal to 3 pi a square units. All the type of cycloids with theta plus minus sin theta and y in terms of 1 plus minus cos theta, all four types already we had studied. With this example in terms of parametric form, try to find out area between the two curves for that four curves. So x and y with all plus minus combination terms. So here important step is parametric form we convert in terms of one variable by using x dy by d theta into d theta, and hence it is possible to calculate the values of x and y with respect to theta. Thank you.